Okay, let's talk about something that's thousands of years old, but billions of people use it every single day. It's a cultural icon, a little piece of engineering genius, and yeah, you probably have a pair in your kitchen drawer right now. Of course, I'm talking about chopsticks.
I mean, look at them. They're just two sticks, right? So how in the world did this super simple design become the utensil of choice for a massive chunk of the planet? Well, the answer is this amazing mix of ingenuity, a little bit of philosophy, and some really cool physics that, honestly, most of us get totally wrong. And when I say massive chunk, I'm not kidding. We're talking billions. Billions of people across China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, you name it, that use these things like an extension of their own hands. So yeah, this is way more than just a utensil. It is, without a doubt, one of the most successful and long-lasting inventions ever. So to really get their genius, we've got to go back. I mean, way back. Thousands of years back to a time when chopsticks weren't even for eating. Okay, what's just wild here is the timeline itself. Just look at this. The earliest bone sticks we found are from like 6600 BCE. That's over 8,000 years ago. But then check out that last date. They didn't really become common for eating until around 400 AD. That's a huge gap. We're talking thousands of years. So what were they doing with them all that time?
Simple. They were for cooking. The very first chopsticks were these long, sturdy things, perfect for reaching deep into a big pot of boiling water or hot oil to grab chunks of food. Think of them as the original kitchen tongs, designed to keep your hands from getting burned.
So what happened? How did they make the leap from the kitchen pot to everybody's dinner bowl? Well, it was kind of a perfect storm, really, a mix of practicality and philosophy. Okay, picture this. It's around 400 AD in China, and there's a huge population boom. This puts a real strain on resources, especially cooking fuel. So to save fuel, cooks started getting clever. They began chopping food into much smaller, bite-sized pieces so it would cook way faster. And all of a sudden, you didn't need a big knife at the dinner table anymore. And what's the perfect tool for picking up all those little pieces? You guessed it, that tweezer-like action of chopsticks.
And then this practical change got a massive cultural boost from none other than the philosopher Confucius. Now, he was a vegetarian, and for him, knives were tied to aggression, to the slaughterhouse, stuff that he believed had absolutely no place at a proper, civilized dinner table. So his teachings really helped cement the idea that chopsticks were the right, the more gentle and refined way to eat.
But the story doesn't end there. Not even close. Now we have to talk about how they actually work. Because there is a huge misunderstanding about the mechanics of chopsticks. And this is where we get to the real genius of the design. And I'm betting it's not what you think. So we've all heard this, right? That chopsticks are just a simple third-class lever. Your thumb is the fulcrum, your fingers push down. It makes sense, it's what they teach you in physics class, and it's completely wrong. That simple lever model just doesn't explain the incredible control and dexterity you can get with them. The truth is actually way cooler. Researchers have figured out that when you hold them correctly, they work less like a simple lever and more like get this, a sophisticated planetary gear system. So, what on earth does that mean? Okay, the secret is all in the twirl. When you use that standard tripod hold, your thumb, index, and middle finger, they don't just pinch and pivot the top stick. No, they subtly roll it. It's a tiny twirling motion along its axis, and that rolling is everything. It stops the stick from dragging against your skin and gives you this unbelievable range of motion and precision that a simple lever just can't. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine the little ridges on your fingertips are like tiny gear teeth. They mesh with the surface of the chopstick. So your fingers become these planet gears that spin the chopstick, which is like the sun gear, with total precision. It's also why, square chopsticks are often easier for beginners to use. Those flat edges give your finger gears more to grip onto. Now, this incredible design started in China, but it definitely didn't stay there. As chopsticks spread across Asia, different cultures started tweaking them to fit their own food and customs. And you can see the main differences right here. In China, they tend to be longer and a bit thicker. That makes sense, right? It's great for reaching across a big table to grab food from a shared dish. But in Japan, they're often shorter and they get really pointy at the end, perfect for something delicate like pulling tiny bones out of fish. And then you go to Korea and you'll often see these flatter metal chopsticks. They're super durable and really easy to clean, so they're prized for being hygienic. And it's not just about function either. I mean, chopsticks can be absolutely beautiful works of art. They're made from all sorts of things: wood, bamboo, even jade and metal, and they often have these gorgeous lacquered finishes and detailed designs. Every pair really does tell a story. Okay, but the story isn't over. It's not all ancient history. This incredible tool is now being totally reinvented for the 21st century. Yeah, believe it or not, there is a booming market for smart chopsticks. I know, it sounds wild, but look at this chart. It's a pretty small market right now, but it's projected to explode into a $350 million industry in less than 10 years. So what does a smart chopstick even do? Well, for one, they can link up to an app on your phone to track calories and nutrients. Researchers in Japan have even made a pair that uses a tiny electrical current to make food taste saltier, so you can cut down on sodium. And others can even detect nasty stuff like unsafe recycled cooking oils, basically giving you a safety check on your food. It's incredible. So there you have it, from a humble stick for fishing food out of a pot to a masterpiece of biomechanics, all the way to a high-tech health gadget. The journey of the chopstick is just amazing. It's such a great reminder that even the oldest, simplest tools can be full of secrets and have a crazy high-tech future. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What everyday thing in your house is going to be reinvented next?
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more How Meets History.